It's going to be an exciting night to let the ladies get out on the track and show us what they can do. Be joining today in the booth with Carl Pooler and Steven Borbell. Guys, how you doing tonight?
Hey, what's going on there, Richard? Just excited for this. I know Ashley is excited for this. Yeah, it seems like we have almost double our participation from last time, so that's already a good sign, and I can't wait to get into this and see what these girls can do behind the wheel.
Yeah, guys, happy to be here. Thank you both for coming back and Robert helping us out here. We got Adam doing race control. It's good to all be back together and seeing the ladies on track again. It's going to be one show for sure. Now with double the drivers, it's going to be double the chaos.
That's almost a given.
Double the chaos. It is great to see a lot more drivers out on track. And a little different thing we did also, we were able to get in and change their nicknames. So on the ticker, we'll actually be able to see the driver that's in the car versus the driver that we usually see with the BRB Racing League. So right now we're riding along with the number 15. If you recognize number 15, that's Ronnie Osmer from the league. I do believe that will be, I don't have her name pulled up. That is
his girlfriend, Shelby.
Yeah.
Shelby Sullivan, his girlfriend.
Shelby. Yeah, she was a Division I college bowler, and now trying the high banks at Charlotte tonight. So we'll see if bowling is a direct translation to sim racing. I'm not sure. But
I don't know if you want to see that though. You got to be careful with that.
It'll turn into Carl at Charlotte from last
Exactly. You got to be careful.
Well, Shelby Sullivan so far putting the fastest lap down on the track with a 37.084, drives right up into the wall in qualifying. Just barely faster than Courtney Van Wingerden. But right there, that was Ashley Pooler. We just got a quick glimpse of. And there's the 05 machine of Julie. Julie Buzzley, Jeweler, as we know her in the Discord, trying to get the car rolling. Finally out on track, trying to load her trading paints there. It does not look like she's got a paint loaded, though. You saw
Adam's
her last
fired.
season. Yeah, Adam's fired. Saw her last season running the split scheme of Kyle Larson and Joey Logano. So I think that was supposed to be her scheme again this season. But she's just going to be running the 05 black and orange machine. And Courtney Van Wingerden to the top of the board. She'll be taking the lead and taking the pole for this race tonight so far.
You know, I'm looking at the times here. Courtney put down a 37.015, Shelby 37.084. I mean, really, just maybe a little over a tenth separates the top five drivers right now. So this is going to be fun to see. These girls, seem to be as competitive, if not more competitive, as we are on track on our normal Tuesday night. So we have the potential to see some fireworks.
You definitely see some good racing, some fireworks. Julie doing a really good job drifting there a little bit. That's what Adam was saying to us earlier. She's doing a really good job drifting tonight, but keeps it off the wall, which allows this lap still to be active and eligible to pull the lap down. She's going to try to drive that car down to the low side of the track. Not able to. Going to drive around the center part of the turn here. Going to try to get as big of a run down the straightaway. Got to stay off that wall to have this lap count. Is able to keep it off the wall and across the start-finish line for a time of a 37.590. Not quite enough to beat the pole position, but now we're here with Riley Wolfsburg. That's a picture of me down there on the left there, but it's all right. But this is my wife. She's going to try to put her laps down and see what she can do and try to get up to the pole position during qualifying. Only 12 seconds left, though, so I don't know if she'll be able to get it done.
Yeah, she's going into 3 right now. Unless this is, she's already taken the green flag. I don't think she's going to get anything a time in there right now. And as it runs out, as we speak, there it is. Yep, nope, she will not get that time down. So she will still put down a 37.429 there in 7th place. But it's going to be exciting tonight as they grid and get ready to go. I think we can go through some of these later drivers and talk about them a little bit too.
It's going to be great to get to know the ladies of the league, people that are, these ladies are significant others or family members of our drivers, but we're going to go through the starting position here. We'll do 3 each as we got 9 drivers tonight. Great field. Courtney Van Wingerden, who is the, let's see here. I have it pulled up right here. She is the mother of Braden Van Wingerden. She'll be starting out of pole. Shelby Sullivan, who we talked about earlier, will start an outside pole in 2nd place. And Lisa Gilmore, who is starting 3rd, she is, I have it pulled up right here as well. Oh, there it is, the mother of Cameron Gilmore. She'll be starting third place.
Well, this is awesome. In fourth place, Ashley, my wife, my paramour. She starts off in the second row, second column, really. After that is Addison Borbell in the number 2, followed by Daniel Hangleton. I'm going to butcher that all night long, sitting there in the 6th position. And Steven's not paying attention. Riley,
I'm sorry. I'm trying to give permissions while also thinking of a million things, and my life is just going back and forth. Thank you, Adam.
Oh man. Well,
Yeah,
I'll go ahead and finish it off. Steven's been good, Steven. We got it, but we got 7th place is where we left you with.
All right, 7th place, we got Riley Wolsifer. That is Richard's wife, Riley Wolsifer, followed by 8th place, Julie Buzzier, or Jeweler Buzzier. And followed by somehow Adam is in P9. We're going to disregard Adam because he is not qualified for this session. But yeah, that's our starting grid for tonight. So 8 drivers officially, 75 laps, stages lap 25 and lap 50. And yeah, we got a long way to go.
It's definitely going to be a long race ahead of us, and looks like the drivers are trying to get on the field here, and I don't see Riley. I don't think she fielded up, so I'm going to go talk to her and see what's going on.
What is going on? But we have a standard, pretty awesome 3 actually scheme there, but man, my numbers are all kinds of messed up right now.
Dale Earnhardt. Man. Why are y'all wrecking their pace laps?
What is going on?
I mean, this is a normal Tuesday night for us.
It really is. We have 5 cars out of the 8.
Addison,
there they are.
No. Pay attention to what that screen says.
Oh man, I can hear Ashley trying to coach them too.
Oh
this
man,
is hilarious. It's absolute chaos.
Not any more dysfunctional than the normal Tuesdays, that's for sure.
I mean, really, no one's spun out yet, so I think we're actually overall in the good right now.
That's a plus. Richard, did you get Riley to grid?
he did not grid because she wasn't paying attention and missed the grid timer, so she has to start from the pits. So when the green flag drops, she'll finally get out of the pits and get going herself. But the car is coming around. Pace car about to take the hard left onto pit road, as we see right there. Ladies are waiting for that green flag to fly. And here we go. Green flag about to be in the air. These ladies are underway, and let's see what they can do going into turn 1.
And going into turn 1 is so scary, as especially a lot of these drivers haven't practiced at all. So here we are as they file out, already single file before they get out of turn 2. And right there you see, oh, maybe a little side-by-side action there for third.
Side-by-side action right there for third, and that is Addison Borbell and Ashley Pooler fighting for that third position. It looks like Addison's going to spin Ashley. Is that how she's going to defend her win streak right here? Is taking out her competition. We'll have to see. A heavy hit for Addison, though, and oh my gosh, huge wreck coming out of 4.
You know, they hopefully don't have damage turned on, so all they have to do is get going again, but Ashley is seemingly stuck. I don't know if we need to, if I need to go and help, but maybe you should see what's going on. Oh, there she is. Now she's back on track. And look at that! Side by side again, the rivals.
This is a replay.
Oh! Looks like Ashley just trying to come across.
Oh my goodness. Oh. And then Ashley right back into it.
The 71 getting that revenge.
Then Addison pulling a Kyle Larson, driving straight into the pit road barrels, and they're able to get back up and going. Like I said, the camera just turned off, so these cars will basically instantly repair, given a second or two after the wreck is over. But the number 3, Courtney Van Wingerden, pretty dominating there in the front. Well, actually number 1, but followed closely by Lisa Gilmore in the number 10.
Hey, real quick, Adam, do you mind double checking for black flags and clearing if needed? If they appear.
Making
Fire.
sure our race controls all up on it. But yeah, this is looks like Gilmore is trying to make a pass in the grass or something. But these two drivers have been able to kind of get away scot clean since this green flag drop. So good for them.
I don't
Lisa
know when the
Gilmer.
black flag will happen.
Oh, Lisa Gilmer trying to make a pass in the grass like the old Dale Earnhardt himself. But, oh, Lisa trying to play, looks like a little bit of Mario Kart, trying to make the, grass part of the racetrack. That's not quite the racetrack, but does a better job here on the front stretch this lap, able to stay on the asphalt. But getting chased down by Shelby Sullivan in that tangled Rapunzel scheme there is Shelby Sullivan, a huge Disney fan, Rapunzel being one of her favorite princesses is what we see. So, but being chased down, number 10 trying to hold back the number 15 machine of Shelby.
But there you see the draft, and these cars don't go very fast. They don't have a lot of power. That just kind of shows how important the draft is and having a really smooth line. As we see Shelby trying to make a move down the inside, Lisa Gilmore rushing up against the wall, comes down
They touch.
to the door, and they're still sliding across the start-finish line. But they save it. Oh, more grass driving, some lawn mowing by Lisa Gilmore in the 10.
Absolute madness. Shelby Sullivan comes out of turn 2 down the backstretch. These three cars have a breakaway of their own. It's a good 10 seconds back for fourth place Julie Buzzio, and there's still 20 laps left in this stage. But Julie holding it down at fourth, followed by Riley Wolsifer quick on her tail.
Trying to catch up to Julie here as they go into turn 3. Riley doing a lot better. Maybe starting the pits might have been the strategy for her, but she's doing a great job keeping her line, following right behind Julie, keeping that draft going. Almost goes into the grass, saves it, gets a little loose coming across the start finish, but keeps that car going straight. She's doing a good job drifting a little bit, looking low, still not able to get that position from Julie. Julie up high into the wall. This is going to open the door for Riley's. Julie stays into the wall, gets a little loose, comes down. Riley passing for position up to fourth place.
You know, I think we can argue that this is another Pocono because these girls are driving like there's 6 corners around here through the quad with how loose they're getting through there. But Addison trying to recover from an earlier mistake in the battle with Danielle in the 55. I'm sorry, I'm not going to try that last name. But some fun things about Danielle. I had it here and I just lost my train of thought. She is a mother-in-law and a parent. Apparently is known for her killer margaritas. So I think that's the in-laws place you want to be at the 4th of July or Cinco de Mayo.
Yes, she is definitely known for her killer margaritas from what we have heard, but she is chasing down Addison, who is our defending winner of the Powderpuff Race. She has won both Powderpuff races we have put on so far, so she's here to try to claim that crown right back, but still able to keep in front of the number 55 machine of Danielle. And after that huge wreck with her and Ashley, she's got a lot to recover, but these stage breaks that we have will bring these cars right back together. But the 15 machine has caught the leader, Shelby Sullivan, making a pass on the inside of front. Courtney trying to defend into the wall, and there it is. Shelby Sullivan, new leader of the race, will lead that lap.
You know, we all know Ronnie's... Oh, sorry there, Steven.
Oh, you're fine, Carl. Go for it.
We all know Ronnie is really quick on track, so it makes me want to know what tips he gave his girlfriend Shelby, because she is really quick out there as well. She was about a second and a half behind the leader Courtney, and she caught that up in about 3 laps or so. So I'm really impressed by the line she's running right now and how smooth this seems. It looks like Courtney will bounce around the apron up and down, but right now everyone's keeping it at least straight for now.
Yeah, you said it right there, Carl. Shelby has definitely learned a thing or two from Ronnie. I mean, we see Ronnie every Tuesday. The amount of speed that he has at places, and Shelby was able to close the door on Courtney real quick. But Courtney's holding strong there in second.
Good job, has kept that gap as small as she possibly could. Has got to get that draft follow You know, the best thing she could probably do right now is follow the line that Shelby is running. Learn which the little tips and tricks she's got, but she's got to run. She's going to look low, sticks her nose underneath. She is side by side with Shelby. The pass for the lead might not happen, though. Shelby's got a better run, but the number 3 of Courtney just not able to keep that run and that momentum going, is going to have to fall back into second and try to look again for another pass.
Lisa Gilmore with a heavy hit on the outside wall going into 1. And right now, Courtney with her hands full of that car, really. And you mentioned, Richard, we have stages 25 and lap 50. I don't know about y'all, but I've seen the way these girls drive. Ashley did some practice last night, and I told Ashley, learn pit road a little bit, because you're going to want tires. Tires are going to mean a lot, especially with how hard they are driving right now and drifting through the quad oval. Looks like the 50 got really loose to cut off that run by Courtney. Shelby able to stay in the lead one more time, but Courtney looking for a window to make that pass. This is a really, really good fight for the lead, but who else this is good for is the 71 of Ashley, caught up earlier in that event with Addison. She is fighting to stay on the lead lap, and in fact has made up a second. So Ashley really putting her nose at the grindstone and at least staying on the lead lap, getting to that lap 25 stage where she gets some tires, get the field bunched up, and go at it again.
She's doing a great job staying on the lead lap, and the good thing for her, even if she does fall a lap down, and she is the first car a lap down, she does get that lucky dog. So there is still hope, even if the leaders were to catch her, but she's trying to make it to where she doesn't have to worry about that.
She's doing a really good job. Definitely putting down faster laps than the leader. We've been slowly seeing that gap between her and that leader kind of diminish. But again, a challenge for the lead as Courtney is trying to look and make a move. But every time a move is made, it's like Shelby just kind of breaks that momentum away from Courtney, and Courtney's unable to get, at least a nose underneath her, side by side, to be able to get some momentum pulled away from Shelby. But going to look again to the inside here. The nose is there. She's going to have the inside line, the preferred line around the turn. The pass is made, and Courtney makes a pass for the lead, keeps getting on the apron, going to lose some momentum with Shelby on the outside. She's going to have a run off the outside, but gets into the wall. They're going to keep in line as Courtney takes the lead back from Shelby, but Shelby is not going to give it up that easy. Going to try and look and get some momentum and make a pass coming on the front stretch.
And we've got a dogfight here for this first position. Neither lady wants to let go of that first position, and they're touching, going into 1. Shelby with the dive down in. Will it stick? No, they make contact. They're sliding.
Oh, huge slides, and Shelby unable to save it, gets into Lisa, and now the leader is Courtney, is able to keep that car straight. These cars are wrecked. These two have got to get back under, going back straight. The 15, though, stuck against the outside wall. Lisa, doing some donuts here on the backstretch, and here comes Riley into second place, but it looks like Shelby had to tow. I guess the one thing that Ronnie didn't teach her is how to put it in reverse.
Oh no, I mean, I was muted this whole time. I guess that's a good thing, but that was a very insane battle we saw, and it was kind of brewing. It's just that incident where you get into turn 1, you hit that apron, it's so hard to catch it and keep it off of the car on the outside, but it happened here. And Courtney, with a little bit of space, will remain the leader with Riley 14 seconds back. And it looks like a lot of these drivers are going to be looking forward to that stage break here in about 8 laps or so, because everyone's looking to get it together and we can get some more racing on our hands. But man, I hope Shelby gets out soon. I hope she doesn't fall too far down the running order there.
Yeah, I sure hope not. That is a tough break for Shelby. She was running so good so far in the first 18 laps. Hopefully she can get back out there, not too many laps down, and have a chance to compete for the win. We see contact between Addison and I don't know who else.
I think that was Julie.
I think it was Julie.
Proven a Subaru driver. Let me see one. Oh, goodness. That's my wife. I love her to death, but man.
Oh, Addison is definitely wanting to try to get back up there to defend her crown there for winning this, and she's doing everything possible to do it. Taking out competition is what it seems like, but Addison taking out another one of her friends, taking out Julie. But Julie now going to be a lap down. She got shoved down into the pits, but Addison has made it up to third place, still about 7 seconds behind Riley, who's sitting up in second, as we are 2 laps left of the stage. We're on lap 19, and there's the 15 of Shelby finally coming out of the pits. Going to be about 3 laps down, but we will allow her to get her laps back so she can still have fun out here on the track with the other drivers.
You know, Rich, we're about 6 laps away. Oh, there's some contact between Danielle and that outside wall. I think the stage is at 25, so
you are right.
We have a little more time. But yeah, you know, Addison sitting there in third just proves that you run over enough cars, you can gain that many spots. So she's been watching a little too much BRB as well. And look at Ashley there, just kind of capitalizing, using some of that time to get away and get in her own rhythm, up to 6 now. Whacks that outside wall. She had an issue with that last time, if I remember correctly. So hasn't learned much in that aspect of the track, but already still on
watching you a little bit too much in BRB.
Exactly. See, look at that. You know, artists teach art. But she's doing really good. Just staying on the lead lap and mind her own business. I can't wait till she gets to the pack end on this start.
Yeah, Ashley's doing a really good job. Has just kind of playing it patient. She's still increasing that gap between her and the leaders. So she's down to about 28 9/10 of a second behind the leader. So that's extended in front of them a little bit. So she's going to be able to stay on this lead lap if she can keep the car straight, not get in any more walls, not spin it out like we've seen a few of these drivers do, as they got about 4 laps left of this stage. But the number 10 here of Lisa Gilmore out here on track in 5th place currently has lost quite a few positions from running up there in the 2nd and 3rd place herself. So looking for that stage break. That'll bring these cars back around, let her have another chance at racing for position. But we got Courtney Van Wingerden up here in 1st, still leading this race by about 16 seconds over Riley in 2nd place.
You know, interesting thing about Courtney Van Wingerden, apparently she's dissected a cadaver. And it's kind of creepy, but I think that's cool too, being able to, understand what makes us tick. I think that's kind of interesting. Not a fact I thought I'd see on our little spreadsheet here, so that's fun to put out there.
There are some really interesting facts that we've seen that we have access to for everyone that entered. We asked them to put 3 interesting facts about the driver participating. And yeah, that definitely is one of the top interesting facts I think that we have.
Very obscure fact for sure. I mean, I don't know if I've ever even had a chance to dissect a cadaver at all. That's some schooling there. Just very interesting to see, like you said, Carl, what makes us tick on the inside. But she's doing a really good job dissecting the racing line here at Charlotte and keeping that car up in front. So she's putting on a class act for all these ladies and showing them what line is probably the best line to run. We'll see if anybody in the 2nd stage can follow her around and learn some technique and maybe give her another challenge up here in the lead.
Yeah, I mean, anything can change, as we've seen already. 2 leaders get into a battle, take each other out. So anything can happen as we come around the last lap of the stage, and we'll get all these girls racked up and see what the strategy is. I kind of already blabbed on mine. She did practice pit road a little bit, so she's going to take some tires. But I don't know about the fuel run. I think, what's the fuel run? Did we talk about this? Is like 80-some laps?
It is. I double checked, looking at us and trying to be a minor crew chief here, and they are good on fuel till the end, but tires are probably recommended.
Well, and they're loose already in these cars. You get that fuel tank less and less full. That can only mean a more of a handful these cars can be. But as we speak, the yellow flag flies for the stage break, and we'll see how these girls manage pit strategy and pacing in general. We saw how chaotic the start was, so let's see how pacing goes.
It'll be interesting to watch. And Courtney Van Wingerden taking the 1st stage win there. She slows down, lets the pace car by. So now they've got to catch up. They've got to go pace speed behind that pace car And they've got a lot of room for a lot of the other drivers to catch up. They saw the yellow flag and they're like, we got to slow down. But I think the one thing they've got to understand, they still got to catch up to that leader in that pace car. So, but I do believe the pits will open here. We'll set to see which of these ladies are going to come in, get some tires, as fuel's really not much of a factor like we had said. But, you know, tires will wear on these cars. The cars will get a little loose, not handle as better. But right now, it looks like Courtney's going to stay out and not take some fresh tires.
And again, that's kind of strategy and what knowledge you pass on to your driver. I know some of these girls this is their first time in the sim. Let me see here. I thought I saw something. This is the first time she's been in any of these cars, but I might be missing it. But it's also being able to pass that knowledge down. There it is, the 71 and the 15 in pit road. Looks like the 15 is getting tires, the 71 getting tires as well, and that should help at least gain some of those positions. Although it's putting her over a lap down. Oh, I wonder if she pit before they were bunched together, and so she went a lap down. Oh no.
Unfortunate for Ashley, but I'm sure we will allow these ladies to go around, get at least a lap or two back, get them back on the lead lap with everybody so they can at least have some positions to race for.
Oh, I don't know. Sometimes racing for that lucky dog is more entertaining than the lead, as we see sometimes in real life. But we'll see how this goes. Is Ashley still in pit road? I hope she didn't get a penalty.
I'm sorry.
Oh, she couldn't hold her bladder.
I'm hearing reports that the driver left the car.
She did. That's the sad thing.
Well, unfortunate to hear the bladder duty calls. Ashley has to get out of the car. So that's all right. This is all for fun and games for these ladies. But Riley Wolsifer up there, I am proud to say that she is sitting in second place, going to be starting on the front row after having to start in the pits because she missed the grid. But she has got to get up. They might start single file heel, actually. I don't know if they did the double wide restarts.
That will depend. We'll have to see if they follow their black box. I think that's another challenge that not a lot of people predict is, you know, having that black box up and paying attention to the simple information it gives you.
I mean, we struggle with that every Tuesday night as it is, and our restarts are probably our biggest Achilles heel. But I can confirm that it is double file restarts. And it's telling Addison, slow down. Slow down. Slow down. Don't. Oh, goodness. But no, it's telling her to go to the inside line, but it seems they're all content going single file here.
Again, the black box curse. Translating the black box.
All right, sorry, I had to go tell Riley to kind of close that gap because there was about 7-car gap there between her and the leader. But she was asking me also, she's like, when do I pit? And I'm like, you know, I'm out here. You don't want me in there. So I told her to pit for the next yellow. That's the strategy she's going to go with. But the pace car is in. We are ready to start the second stage. Ashley up there trying to get a jump, trying to pull the Kyle Busch restart there. But green flag is out, and Courtney will lead us into turn one. Riley diving a little low there, trying to get back up, but the cars are kind of all over the place behind her.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a chaos here. Lisa Gilmore is coming out of pit road, going to go a lap down, slow on the apron. Ashley really slow on that restart as well. Oh, she's probably adjusting her seats. Like I said, she's a little vertically challenged there, so that's a bit of an issue for her. But here we are, chaotic start, but we are green. But Addison not taking any mercy, spins out down the apron through the grass and comes up. Oh no, and takes out
the same part of the track at the beginning of the race.
Struggling to get that car straight. Oh, the struggle is real. She's still spinning those back tires in her round. Can't get it straight.
Slowly. There you go.
Trying to get around Riley is why she spun out. Riley was doing some great blocking there. And Riley able to maintain that second place. Addison was doing everything she could to get around, but got loose in the turn and around she went. Then Took her a while to get that car straight and going forward again, but she's got it. She's going to stay on the lead lap as well. But Riley is now on the charge to try to chase down Courtney there for the lead.
Well, yeah, she's doing the Charlotte drift through the quad oval we mentioned earlier. But right now, here's the battle with another brutal feud of Addison and Jeweler. Jeweler is a lap down, and Jeweler was actually a game time decision. She didn't know she was going to feel good enough to come out here and race, but she is, and we are glad to see her out here running. And there goes Addison through the inside. Oh, drifting through the quad oval some more, doing a little bit of a lawnmower move. She must have learned that from Steven. But as she makes that pass down to the inside of Jeweler takes the high line, trying to keep it under control.
That she does, and she definitely did not learn that from me. I can promise you that. But she probably learned it from one of you two. I don't know which one. I mean, potentially the one that's not going to be eligible to race next week. But what do I know?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh man, little dig
I did
on
not get
Carl
that
and his Carl's parked penalty that he gets for Dover next week for the BRB Racing League. But oh man, but here we are back riding on the number 15 with Shelby Sullivan. Currently 3 laps down, so hopefully the next caution we can get her around, get her laps back. We're probably going to try to let her know that she can do that. But she's back here just kind of taking it easy. She was up there contending for the lead, was doing a great job, had a fantastic line. So jump back up here to Riley. She's fallen a little bit behind. She's about 8 tenths, close to 8 tenths behind Courtney. But, you know, since we're on her, I'll talk about a little fun fact for Riley as we jump around real fast. But, you know, one thing she's got, if you see on her car there, it's called Friendship Fantasia. It's actually a running page with her and some of her friends that she's made through the Run Disney program. So they started a little Instagram page. They're trying to raise money for their Disney Run addiction. So if you want to go follow them, go follow at Friendship Fantasia on Instagram.
I think we're having some issues potentially with Ashley. I'm showing she's do not finish. I wonder. Interesting. Don't know why. We get an update from Carl whenever he comes back, but tough to see. Oh, he's back.
Yeah, but she's going to be so many laps down. I was okay. That ought to be a fun little puzzle to decipher at the end of the stage.
Yeah.
Wow. So, yeah, our race control tried to clearing her black. It was not happening. A little iRacing snafu. It happens sometimes. Unfortunate to see. That'll put Ashley at 3 laps down now. So, but again, after this stage break, we will allow these ladies to get their laps back. We will extend the yellow so they can all get back on the lead lap and give everybody a chance at that win. But unfortunate to see for Ashley. And, you know, a little fun fact for Ashley is her favorite car is actually a Ford Mustang. Carl, how do you feel about that?
You know, it's a point of contention, but you know, every healthy relationship is built off of just a friendly competition. I'm more of a Chevy guy. I like the Camaro. She likes the 69 fastbacks and stuff like that. So it's okay. They had their bouts in the 70s and 80s, so I'm okay with it.
Steven seems to be a little preoccupied again, but yeah.
I hear my wife screaming in the background. I don't know who she's talking to, but they're getting really excited that someone's in first.
They're getting excited that someone's in first?
Yeah, I don't really know. I'm just hearing from a distance. Yeah, there's someone in first. I do know that, and that is Courtney running in first. Here we got Addison in the Subaru. Again, showing that she is a Subaru driver, but got Mountain Empire Animal Hospital on the vehicle on the Subaru this evening. Yeah, I don't have much else to say. Just stay out of her way, otherwise you're going to find yourself in the infield.
That's what it seems like. And Steven, for the interesting things about her, all we have is yeah. So can you tell us something interesting about Addison besides the fact that she is 2 for 2 in the Powderpuff races?
Man, that's a great fact right there. 2 for 2, a much higher win rate than myself. Still 2 wins short of my my win total. But hey, that's something. But I'm very proud that my wife is a veterinarian at Mountain Empire, and she's worked really hard to be where she's at and doing the job of her dreams. So that's a fun fact about her. But just don't come to her with your vet questions because I enjoy that.
Well, at least she works at an animal hospital instead of an animal hop style. That's a bonus.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And a hopstall.
You know, as her husband, that doesn't mean I am a veterinarian and I don't know how to spell. A standard business degree does not cover spelling.
Oh man.
Oh man, Julie is doing a good job as a true race fan explaining to all the other ladies in the Discord what dirty air is, and Adam is very proud of her for that. So congratulations, Julie. Thank you for being the knowledge base in the Powder Puff chat. I hear my wife going berserk over back in the back room, so I don't know what she's laughing about, but they're having a great time, and that's all that matters. But oh man, number 10 here, Lisa Gilmore, one lap down, but still on the track, having a good time here, about to dive into turn 3. But you know, one thing that we could say about Addison being 2 for 2, she's also got a better win rate than the winningest driver of BRB, Gavin Rogers. So that's got be a nice little chip on her shoulder also.
You know, and going back to Lisa Gilmore here, a fun fact, she has been to over 100 NASCAR races. And right now she's running lap down, but she's sitting a very consistent pace. She knows her line and she knows what she's trying to get out of her car. So Lisa Gilmore, with the experience, real life experience, at least an observation throughout the field. So man, these fun facts are really, really awesome tonight.
100
NASCAR races.
That is, wow. That is unreal. Like, I don't know how many tracks. I'm curious if she's been to every track, or like.
That's got to be 3+ years. Like, if you were to go to every single race in a year, that's over 3 years straight of every race. That is impressive from Lisa.
Her former career, she was a paralegal in Charlotte, North Carolina, so it's not like she had to go far to catch, say, the Coke 600 and all those races they've had in Charlotte, where we are racing now, actually. So I think this is more of a homecoming for Lisa rather than a new experience.
Court advantage, as you'd say.
Exactly.
Well, we're sitting here with, was it 7 to go until the second stage? We'll re-rack all the ladies and get them on the lead lap. We currently have Courtney still leading the way, 4 seconds over Riley Wolsifer, followed by Danielle in 3rd, and Addison rounding out the lead lap cars in 4th. It's been a very dominant stage by Courtney, that's for sure.
Courtney has led every single lap, has started in the lead from winning the first stage, and has not given up this lead. So she is doing a great job keeping this number 3, number 1, whatever you want to see on the ticker. It's number 1, on the car number 3, but keeping that good wrench machine up in front. So she's doing a really good job tonight. Riley Wolfsfer back there trying to keep second place as Daniel Handlungton. You know what? Danielle is doing a great job also trying to chase down Riley. She's only a second behind as well. That gap is starting to close, too, between those two drivers.
And right now, you can see how much the tires are affecting Courtney. I think she came in. Oh, as we see, I think that was Julie down on the inside. I think Courtney got some tires, but I think some other drivers didn't, like Riley. Riley didn't get those tires, and she has been falling steadily these last, 10 laps or so. These tires are going to come into play later on. I wonder when and where, because Courtney hasn't led every lap, because Shelby did got up there, lead a couple laps during that battle in the first stage. But other than that, Courtney does have a solid grasp of the track and the car. So I think the third stage is going to be even more exciting than we've seen already.
You know, I love my wife and I support her in everything she does, but I can promise you now the tires are not why she's falling behind. I love her to death, but that is not the reason why she's falling behind. I mean, it's one of her interesting facts also. She has no clue why we race so fast when we go nowhere with it. So We're going nowhere as fast as
That's
we
a
can,
fact?
apparently. That's a fact.
Yeah, I guess that is a fact. But I mean, we're racing for immortality here. And the BRB Powderpuff Race winner has only been claimed by one person in history. So we're looking for history here and get a second female in and get a win. And, you know, they live on until next season as a defending champs.
Got to hook up the BRB merch store and get a winner flag after this.
We should get a we should get a crown for them that they can just
There
mail
you
to each
go, a
other.
tiara.
The winner of each get a tiara, a Powderpuff tiara for the winner of each season, and whoever wins, the person who's the prior winner has to mail it to the person that won. So there's a pass for second place. Danielle is able to catch really hard into that outside wall, trying to give as much room as possible. She had plenty of room to stay a little closer, but oh man, Danielle able to get around Riley just before the end of this stage as we got 2 laps to go.
Danielle just putting down some solid laps, really staying smooth, finding where the grip is on the track and just really taking that grip and doing the best she can with it, being consistent, and finds herself in second place. But Danielle's also been up there, barring a couple of early kind of fender benders early on. She's been doing really well through these portions of the race. So it's good to see her up there. Ooh, Riley looks like she's going to go for a ride through the quad oval. Oh, no. Oh, man. Danger close.
Huge wreck for Riley.
Shelby into the wall.
Shelby into the wall also. Huge chaos coming to the end of this stage, but that was a heavy, heavy hit for Riley. But as you saw, I mean, there was a lot of damage to that car, but, you know, these ladies don't have to worry about damage. That car was fixed pretty instantly. But she had such a huge lead over Addison. She's still 6 seconds ahead of Addison, who is still trying to stay on that lead lap. So Riley should be able to finish third here, pending any more random spinouts from herself. But white flag lap for this stage as they come around right along here again with the number 15 machine of Shelby Sullivan. Hopefully we'll get all these drivers back on the lead lap, but Courtney Van Wingerden coming around turn 4, and she will be taking the checkered flag for the second stage. So 2 stage wins for Courtney. Could she be the one to dethrone Addison tonight?
Yeah, man, it could be shaping up to be that way, but we're going to get these cars bunched up again. Addison's going to have another shot at the rear bumper. It's hard to say what could happen in turn 1.
While we're at it, while we're watching her, and she won a second stage. We were talking about all of these ladies being at Charlotte Motor Speedway, or how many races that they've been to. Courtney here had met her husband at the summer shootout at Charlotte Motor Speedway. So that is how her and her husband met. And that is how, I guess you could say, Braden eventually came along.
Oh, man. It's funny that we have this legacy now, because I'm seeing some drivers that didn't show up tonight that were signed up, and another pregnancy announcement due November. So that's unfortunate we can't celebrate that on the track, but fun to see the BRB generation come into its own.
Yeah, it is great to see the generation of BRB and all the newborns and the babies and the families that are growing because of it. It is awesome to see. We'll have to see what these drivers do. Who's going to come down and take tires during this stage break? I would assume a lot of drivers should. I know I told my wife Riley to pit this time, but we'll have to see what everybody else does. Courtney looks like she's just going to stay out. She has no problem with the tires that she's on. She knows she can make it on fuel, so she's going to stay out, keep that track position in front, and not have to worry about being behind a lot of these other cars. And 55, Danielle also has not pitted this race. I am so sorry, Danielle. I would say your last name, but that is like the best I could say is Handlogton.
Handlogton? See, no, Danielle's easier. Just easier to go. It's like Ben Roethlisberger when he first came out. No, we're just gonna call him Ben.
Big Ben.
Big Ben.
So we should have these lap down ladies driving around and try to get their laps back. I'm not sure if that's been expressed to them yet or not, but hopefully
Adam
we can
is
get
helping
these.
us out there, so I appreciate
Okay.
Adam stepping up and being race control, trying to get these ladies in line. If Addison, please stop and slow down.
Steven
You stay
has
behind the
the
55.
luxury of sitting next to his wife right now. She is a lap down. She does need to go past and get her laps back, though, does she? Oh, nope, she's back on the lead lap, so she's good. But yeah, these ladies are going to get their laps back. We got Shelby and Ashley that do need to get around still, get their laps. I do believe Julie also needs to get a couple laps back. But yeah, these ladies are going to get their laps back, and they'll be back on the lead lap so we can have some more racing for position. Oh, my wife is yelling at me. Be right back.
It is absolute chaos in the voice chat right now. I can hear it through my wife's headset across the room.
I'm instructing the wife Ashley there to pass the pace car 3 times.
That's the one car. Who's the one car? I'm gonna go.
Slow down. Stay there. Stay there. Stay behind that car.
Oh my God!
Good
Going 3 wide.
Well, I mean, y'all get to basically see what we're going through to get this in order to set it up for a last 20 lap shootout with all the ladies on an equal playing field here. But yeah, we have Courtney still leading the way, Danielle in second, Addison in third. In fourth, we have Lisa Gilmore, Riley Wilson for fifth, Shelby Sullivan back up into sixth. We'll be getting back on the lead lap very soon, followed by Julie Buzzio and Ashley Pooler.
And there goes Julie for another lap. That'll put her 1 lap down. So we're slowly getting this, and I think Adam will be there, probably delaying the green by another lap to let these other ladies get all back on the lead lap. And this is kind of fun. This is kind of what's a combination of what we do on Tuesdays and Mondays. Mondays is our practice race here at the BRB Racing League, and this is kind of what we do. Oh no! And Ashley does a huge dodge. I don't know what happened there. Oh man!
Another caution has been thrown under caution.
I hope Adam is there, just kind of shaking his head right now.
So what happened there? Who hit who?
I couldn't even tell you. I wasn't. Adam had notes on it.
I'm gonna assume that was a Julie thing. No, I'm just kidding. I don't
know.
know.
I don't know. Addison was there. Julie was there. Ashley was there.
I had to go help out my wife. She was yelling across. They didn't know what to do. She needed help. So I went out there and she goes, "How many people have to pass?" I'm like, "I don't know. Catch up to the field." So when I finally saw the relative, it's like, "You don't have to pass anybody. Slow down when you get to Lisa." And she was like, "Who's Lisa?" I'm like, "The car literally you're coming up on." And she started slamming on the brakes, like, "Oh no! Oh no!"
Oh, that was Julie
coming in with a head of steam.
Oh man! But Ashley gets her lap back. All right.
Oh man!
Well, see, NASCAR needs to be looking at this right now and taking notes, because you don't have to cut to a commercial. Everyone's already entertained during caution.
Oh man, I have a
Looks
feeling
like
that
we
Shelby
might be getting the one to go.
Is that? That's possible. We'll have to see what happens with the pace car here as he comes across the line. It looks like the pace car's lights are out. That'll be 1 to go. These drivers need to get in line and get those gaps closed up. As Reb would say, tighten it up, ladies, tighten it up. Let's get these gaps closed up. But yeah, we're about to go green flag racing here again, guys.
I still show Julie is a lap down. Is that showing correct? Okay. So we're getting word from race control Adam that he has penalized his wife, and she's going to stay a lap down. She's going to be staying a lap down.
I'm getting yelled at. I thought I heard her asking, "What do I do? What do I do?" But apparently she was discussing with her cohorts there, so I got in trouble.
Oh man, these drivers are having a good time. Every time I go in there to help out Riley, I just hear laughter even over the headset from all the other ladies. So it's we do this so they can have some fun. They get together these nights and they get to have a lot of fun. But also, we don't just end it here at the race, guys. On Thursday, we have the Powder Puff takeover for the Holler podcast. So not only you get to watch them race here, then you get to watch them talk about the league, talk about this race, and talk about who knows what else they want to talk about on Thursday. So tune in Thursday, typical time, Holler podcast, to get to see all the ladies take over that from us for the week as well. As the pace car has dived in, these cars are all scrambled all over the place. Riley looks like she's trying to jump the start, and the green flag is out. Barney, the flag stand, waving that green flag, and the cars are spreading all over the place. With number 3 of Courtney Van Wingerden out to the front.
And charging hard already is Addison, trying to get that second place, and doesn't take any time at all. Addison slots herself into that P2 position, followed by, we settled on Danielle, and then Riley Wilson, Lisa Gilmore, Shelby Sullivan, Ashley Pooler, and then there is Julie bringing up through in that orange and black 05.
And I want to go back to what Richard said a moment ago about the podcast, bringing that up. I completely forgot about that coming this Thursday. Catch the Holler podcast this Thursday with Addison, Ashley, Julie, and Riley, I'm presuming.
He will be there. I will make sure she's there.
I don't know what Addison.
Speaking of Riley, she just rocketed to the outside wall again.
Addison decided to start that corner on the apron, so that was unique as well. A lot going on in that corner.
I taught her the fastest way around the track is the shortest distance, so that's definitely one way to cut some feet off the track.
It's a balancing act. It might be the shortest way around the track, but you got to have some banking to keep that speed up. As Shelby back on the lead lap, massive pass to the 55 of Danielle. Shelby is also making a charge to the lead. She wants to dethrone Addison as well, but Courtney right now the one to catch. Addison doing everything she can. She might be driving a little bit too hard, but she is driving a little bit down on that apron and keeping that car straight still. Impressive work from Addison.
Addison is wheeling that car as hard as she can anywhere that there's asphalt, and sometimes where there isn't asphalt right now. But she is hanging solid about a half second back of Courtney Van Wingerden. And don't look now, but Shelby Sullivan, the only other car to lead laps tonight, in third. And they are all gaining on our lone leader. And I think give it a couple laps, we are going to have a battle on our hands as Addison enters low again.
That she entered low again, and Shelby is coming back with vengeance. She was 3 laps down, got back on the lead lap during that last caution, and she wants to get back to the lead as soon as possible. But let's see if Addison lets her go without a fight.
She's going to let Addison go without a fight. Addison still making some ground on the leader, but I don't know how much she's looking in that rearview mirror. She has got to worry about Shelby, who is chasing her down as well. Addison still doing some work, driving down on the apron. She has got to stay on that bank if she wants to try to catch the leader and try to keep the car as smooth as possible, but she is still keeping it straight and out of the wall as Shelby gets up into the wall a little bit.
And Shelby was getting that run too. I thought we may have a pass there for second place, but it's going to have to wait another lap as she does get into the outside wall. But right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, all finding their own lanes around this track. And the consistent Danielle there in the 55 just lurking there, waiting for mistakes to come out of the front 3 cars, which we've seen before. So anything can happen still with 14 laps to go.
Lap by Danielle. She has dropped the fastest lap of the race, so she is on a move to try to get to the lead as well. We have got a race for this lead position right now, as you see some stragglers in the back, and there could be a pass about to happen. Shelby looking high on Addison, but Addison's still going to maintain the position. Shelby got a little loose, almost pushed up to the wall there, but gathered that car back up, going to try to dive back down, get into that draft behind Addison. Addison kind of all over the track a little bit, but still has caught the leader, gets a little loose for being in the grass, down over the apron and back up the track. Addison has found all sorts of ways to be fast on this track and catch the leader, but Shelby trying to make a pass, gets a little loose on the outside, but now side by side for second place.
And she is throwing haymakers left and
X-ray.
right. Oh no, gets into the bumper there. Here we go, into 3. Swapping
Slide
paint door to
job.
door. Oh, they touch Shelby into the wall.
Slide
And
job,
there's the
slide
pass.
job. Oh, Addison showing she is not afraid to get her elbows dirty, and she has been pushing and shoving everybody that gets around her. I don't know who's been teaching her that. She's been watching too much BRB for sure.
Oh man, I really don't know how she learned her lines, but somehow she's making 1 and 2 somewhat work. Her 3 and 4 seems relatively clean, as those top 3 stay right under a blanket. Oh, and I spoke too soon.
Tokyo
What a
drifting
save.
out of 4. Great save.
And
She
there
gets
she
spun.
goes.
Shelby not having it. She spins Addison on the front stretch. That'll take Addison almost, and she backs up into the track. Huge wreck on the front stretch with Addison and Ashley.
Oh, I heard it on my end. There's a scream and everyone jumped. I don't know what happened.
I don't either. I got a black screen right now.
Yeah. Oh goodness.
Oh, no! Oh, ATVO died. That is how hard of a hit Ashley and Addison had.
Oh man.
Oh my goodness. Well, while Robert goes in the background and tries to assess that situation, we're gonna have to find a way to digest what we just witnessed.
I need
We
to
still
see
have-
it.
Yeah, I need to see. Oh, there. Addison a lap down now, slowing
Oh
everyone
no.
down.
Oh,
What is Addison going?
Oh no, things like that yell this time.
Oh man, I think we need to throw a caution. Get these ladies. And where it is, a caution was thrown. Oh man, crazy work. I don't know what Addison was doing there. She was going a lap down. Decided to hit Shelby.
Oh, no, don't throw yo.
No, don't throw yo. I thought we saw it and I thought with Stone, so.
It showed us at the Autodromo de Nacional. That's a new one. I've seen a ton of wrecks. I've never seen a wreck shut down ATVO.
Oh goodness.
That's insane.
Well, we still have a battle here for the lead. Goodness gracious.
Oh man, 8 laps to go. The battle for the lead still heating up as Shelby is doing everything she can to try to drive that car as smooth as possible and try to catch the number 3 there. And I just got a text from my wife saying that she got disqualified. So she needs, well, that's unfortunate. Man, if I knew, I would tell you, but I'm not in the sim.
Well, back to the battle for the lead between Courtney and Shelby. They're still maintaining that 3 to 4/10 gap. We'll see if Shelby can close the door a little bit. As they enter into turn 2, Shelby a little loose, gathers it back in, and off of 2 they go.
Well, you don't hear that very often. Race control coming over the comms saying Riley Wolsifer, the 56, DQ'd for driving backwards on the track. And that's new, but looks like she's undQ'd and back on track now. Let's see what she can make of it. So with 7 laps to go, I think all but 2 cars are really out of the running for the win of this race, but it has been entertaining nonetheless.
So Riley was driving backward on the racetrack, which is why she got disqualified. Apparently, she was trying to do a U-turn. I mean, I don't know how you drive backward enough to get disqualified.
That's a long
to do a
U-turn.
That's a very long U-turn. Oh my gosh. But this battle for the lead, Shelby is doing a fantastic job. 5 laps to go, trying to chase down Courtney and get that lead away from these two. Had a great race in the first stage. A little bit of fenders were touched as well, which is what got Courtney basically to the lead. But Shelby is back up here, and she may want some vengeance to try to get that lead back.
Well, and she's right there within that draft and that dirty air, and you can see she's trying to get low, get that clean air, get some of that downforce to the front of the car, but also trying to draft a little bit as they go into turn 1, and hits that Addison line down on the apron, kind of washes her up, but collects it, gets back down, does lose some time coming out of turn 2, but there's some blocking by Courtney, so we are going to have a very bare-knuckled boxing match here towards the end between the 3/1 and the 15.
Yeah, we've got a great battle with coming to 3 to go here. Shelby trying to do everything she can to get around Courtney, who's been dominating the second half of this race and not letting anyone by. But Shelby is going to have something to say about that before this one's over.
She's taken down to that apron, trying to get a run on the number 3, but she gets a little loose, is able to save it, still driving a little sideways, but she's back down the straightaway. She's getting closer and closer to Courtney each and every lap, but she has got to find a way to make a move, get that momentum through the turn down the straightaway, and then stick her nose underneath and try to get around her, but every time she gets close enough, she just gets a little loose, then has to gather it back up and loses a lot of time. But she is trying to get this win. Shelby back up here challenging. She wants to get this win for the 2 cats of hers that she loves, Abby and Mikey. So she's got some cats she's racing for this win.
A lot of motivation, and she's trying really hard, but once you get to that bumper, like you said there, Richard, just not being able to make anything of it. Getting a little sideways there, a little blocking by Courtney. Going into 3, we still have a lap and a half to go as we come out of, Courtney on the apron a little bit, losing some of the momentum. There's a crash. They're wrecking. The 15 is Shelby. Oh, no. What's the 3? And there's Shelby goes through, but I think there was a car on the apron spun out, so that's the white flag for the 15 of Shelby Sullivan.
That would be my wife wrecking that caused that stack up. I saw the car.
Take a look at what she did.
Oh my goodness. But that Shelby and Courtney get into each other. Shelby turns Courtney, and that'll give Shelby the lead for this last lap as she comes around. As long as she doesn't get wrecked.
There's a battle for second, though. Sorry,
Shelby
Richard.
coming around to check the flag, the checkered flag, but Ashley Pooler coming down from a few laps down is able to pass the number 3 of Courtney, and she's going to come around. As long as she keeps it smooth, also she can take second place. Ashley Pooler going to cross the start-finish line, take second place. Courtney down to 3rd, Danielle 4th, and Lisa across the line in 5th place.
And rounding out the field, Addison 6th, Addison Borbell, Julie Buzzio 7th, and then Riley Wolsifer with driving backwards in multiple incidents. Oh, man. But that was so fun to watch. I can't believe that was only 75. That was 75 laps here at Charlotte. That went by really quickly.
It did go by very quickly, but it was entertaining to the end. Man, Shelby fast all night and put herself in the position there to take it home and be your first new winner of the BRB Powderpuff Race. We'll see what we can do to try to get these ladies in for an interview here momentarily.
Yeah, great win from Shelby Sullivan. Again, able to get back up there, get that lead. The girlfriend of Ronnie Osmer, showing that she's got speed as well as Ronnie, and bringing that Tangled Rapunzel pink number 15 machine to victory lane. Going to chip some donuts here on the turn. Typically you see that done on the front stretch so the fans can see, but good thing we're in the sim. We can have a camera wherever we want, and we're going to see her burn it down for her victory here in the Powderpuff Race tonight.
And what a car to do it in. Pink Tangled scheme. Awesome to see. You got Pascal there on the bumper. I didn't even notice that till just now. So that's a awesome scheme to win in. And she's still just burning it down. She's not taking this for granted at all. She's having a great time down there in the apron. See, we have Shelby and Ashley in the watch party.
Yeah, I went ahead and moved them into the watch party. Who finished third for us, real quick, guys?
That was Ben Wingerden, but I don't.
All right,
Courtney
I'll see what I
finished
can do
third,
to
and
get
Ashley
her in
second,
here.
and Shelby first. So Riley and Julie get the meatballs for this race. That's fair.
Oh, I don't know. I think Addison has her share too.
Oh man. But yeah, we're gonna try to get some of these ladies into the. Yeah, we're still live. It's all good. Adam, you can still talk. They can't hear you. But okay, that's lovely. We're gonna try to get these ladies in here, try and see if we can't get some interviews going on. But hopefully we can get. What do you think, Steven? The leader first. Steven's mute at the moment, so we'll have to go see who we can get up here in the booth.
Let's go ahead and you're good with it. I can go ahead and get Shelby up in here.
Yeah, let's do it.
We'll start. All right. And good.
Hey, Shelby, good race tonight. This is Richard up in the booth, joined here with Carl and Steven. You're bringing home the win. Your driver you're representing tonight, Ronnie Osmer, one of our fastest of the league, and you showed that you've got some skill as well. Did you have fun tonight?
Is that a yes?
Silence is usually good news, so.
I know
Hey,
Ashley's
I'm sorry.
in there.
I was muted. I'm so sorry. Hi. I was muted. It's fine. Oh yeah, I had so much fun. Ronnie actually taught me how to race in 2 hours, and I practiced for an hour before this, and I'm really glad I got the win. I'm so excited.
So that's the trick. You need to get Ronnie to give me tips too, because I don't think I could have beaten you out there. So you, with all these girls out there, what was your most favorite part throughout the race? All those 75 laps.
Probably racing with all the other women. Like that was really, really fun. We all had a good time. We had music blaring, and we were all just talking. I think it was a really, really great time.
And I guess Steven, you can ask a question here.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to do some things in the background.
Oh, okay. Well, excuses.
Oh man. Well, Shelby, we're glad you had a good time. Besides shouting out Ronnie, got anybody else you want to shout out?
No, not really. I mean, my friend Joe helped me too, but that's about it. I mean, thank you guys for having me.
Of course, and hope Ronnie sticks around in the league, and hope you come back for season 5 and run the Powderpuff race there. Don't forget that the Powderpuff podcast, actually, they take over on Thursday, so you can tune in and watch them girls talk about whatever they want to talk about on Thursday as well. And that would be Carl's baby, trying to make her broadcasting debut. But again, Shelby, thank you for coming out tonight. Glad you had a good time. We hope to see you next season for the next Powderpuff race.
Yep, thank you. Have a great night.
All right, everybody. That was Shelby Sullivan, the winner for tonight's Powderpuff race. Great interview from her. Glad to have her here, showing that Ronnie can be a great teacher along with a great racer. But next, we're going to have Carl's wife, Ashley Pooler, up here in the booth, who finished second place tonight. Apparently, I can't move her for some reason. Oh, there we go. Ashley Pooler up in the booth. How are you doing after your second place finish tonight?
Whoa, that was really loud all of a sudden in my ears, but doing not too bad. How are you guys doing?
Doing good. You did a really good job recovering from a few incidents early in stage 1, going a few laps down, and then coming back up and kind of benefiting from a little incident in front of you, getting second place. How do you feel this race compared to the last one?
Honestly, this one is pure luck. The last time I feel like I had a little bit of skill. This time is just 100% pure luck, because I didn't realize the whole black flag thing, so I kept racing. Then all of a sudden, I was like disqualified, and I'm like, all I had to do was like go pee on the first stage. So my bad. So when I came back and everything, and then I got disqualified, I was like, oh well, there goes my whole race. So honestly, 100% luck that I got second place. That's all there is to it. Luck.
Well, you gotta take your luck into consideration because you got me, babe. After your
That's
second
kind
race,
of our baby, so
yeah, exactly. But I do want you to know that incident you got with we don't know what happened. I heard you screaming out there. I saw a car flipped upside down. I should let you know you broke Robert's program. After that wreck happened, you broke Robert's program. You had to go through restart
yay, go
everything.
me.
What happened? Take us through what happened during that.
Somebody all of a sudden was in front of me, and I just kept the gas pedal to the floor. So that's all I know. And I was like, holy shit, there's somebody in front of me. My bad. And then they were like in the air, and I just kept going, and I kind of went underneath them. It was like a whole Matrix move, and then, second place. Magic. I swear.
Oh,
Ashley
man.
Stevens mute again. He's dealing with some stuff, so still got me. But this Thursday we got the Powderpuff podcast. We I'm pretty sure you'll be there for it. But how you excited for being on the podcast again with the other ladies?
I feel like the podcast is like my favorite part of like the whole entire season because like this whole week is like my like vacation away from being a mom. So because Carl gets to be in here 3 nights a week and I'm on full-on mom duty, and this week I'm like, nope, he gets to deal with the baby and I get a little bit away and get to feel what he feels like, and it's like a vacation.
On a positive note, you've had more interviews than Carl has, so that's a little chip you have towards him. But Ashley, again, thanks for joining us for another Powderpuff race, and we'll see you for the Powderpuff podcast takeover on Thursday.
See you then.
All right, everybody. That was Ashley Pooler, Carl's wife, finishing second place. I do believe, again, she was second last season as well. But we're going to move on to our third place finisher. I do believe that was Danielle Van Wingerden. And it looks like we finally got her up here in the booth. Danielle, you got Carl and Richard up here in the booth. How you feeling after that?
It's not Danielle.
It's not Danielle. Who is it? I'm sorry. I missed the name.
Courtney. We said her name so often because she led most of the race and you can't remember.
You know what? We all have flaws sometimes. That was my fault. Courtney, welcome to the booth. You got Richard and Carl up here. They straightened me out. How you feeling tonight? Did you have fun in your first Powderpuff podcast or Powderpuff race?
I did have a lot of fun.
That is, we love to hear everyone wants to have fun. We went over some fun facts. Did Braden give you any tips before you hopped into the sim and put some laps down tonight?
He just said, have at it, Mom.
Sometimes that's all you need, right? You led the most laps, but ended up coming short with the skirmish with Addison there. Take us through that. Is there anything you think you could have maybe done differently to get the win tonight?
Well, I tried to miss the lap car that spun in front of me, tried to anticipate which way they were going. Obviously did not pick the right place, and then Shelby just ran me down from behind, knocked me into next week. So it is what it is.
Man, well, it was a fun race to watch. You did have a phenomenal race overall, still picking up the podium, leading the most laps as well, Courtney. And, we're happy to have you here. Happy to have Braden as long here in the league. But we hopefully we see you next season. You stick around.
All right, maybe so. Maybe they'll let us back in the car again next year.
All right, Courtney. Well, again, thank you for racing with us in the Powderpuff race tonight. We have the Powderpuff podcast where the ladies get to talk about this race and whatever else they want to talk about on Thursday. So hope you tune in and go watch whoever you got to talk to and hang out with tonight as well.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right, thanks, Courtney. All right, well, a great and successful more cars this season in the Powderpuff race. It was great to see, but Shelby Sullivan coming out on top, winning the race. Ashley Pooler in second place, and we just got done talking to Courtney, who finished in third.
After that, Danielle in fourth, Lisa Gilmore fifth, Addison Borbell finishing sixth, and then Julie Buzzio seventh, Riley there in 8th, rounding out the field essentially. I do want to point at this out here, Rich. I'm looking at this. Riley's the only one with the Casino instead of the Panther. So did you buy this car specifically for Riley to run last season?
No, I actually bought it for myself to run whenever I feel like running street stocks. So.
Oh, I just had to ask. That's all.
So no, it was overall a fantastic race. It was great to watch these ladies out here. A lot more cars this time. It was a lot more fun to call. A lot more battles. A lot more interesting moments, like cars flying up into the catch fence from heavy hits on that outside wall on the front stretch. So, but overall, I think it was a really successful race. Glad we were able to reduce the laps. I think that was one thing that the ladies, had a small, little nudge to have us reduce the amount of laps they race, because they're not used to doing this. So 100 laps might have been a little too long for them. I know last season they were complaining about their feet going to sleep, I do believe.
Yeah, that was another thing. I think that was across the board. 100 laps was a lot, but I think the 75 laps was nice. I know Ashley appreciated the 50 laps last night in the practice race, so 75 is a good number. And I think Charlotte's with this combo, it just brings out all the fun. So I think we may try stuff later on, but this is a good staple. We've come here twice. Even with 5-6 cars, it still develops some really good racing. So I see us coming back here in season 5. So don't go anywhere, ladies and gents. This is the BRB Butt Kicker Cup series, just the Powder Puff Race and podcast Tuesdays and Thursdays, 9 p.m. Eastern. Richard, I think we had a good time here, so can't wait for another one.
Yeah, I can't wait for the next one. Got some, hopefully, this, like I said, this is a great staple, a great racetrack and car combo to use. Maybe we might switch it up for the next one. We'll have to discuss that before the next season starts, but we got a while before that. But no, hopefully we could see this field of Powder Puff racers grow next season. We grew from last season from 5 to 8 here. Only 2 drivers that had signed up didn't show up tonight. So that's a win, I think, for us. So definitely looking forward to the next season. Steven, you got any last thoughts before we close out tonight?
Yeah, just want to thank all the ladies that showed up and gave us 8 cars on track. I mean, 3 more than last season. It helped provide a lot more action on the track, and it was great to see. I mean, at the end of the day, this race is just for them to have fun. We get to have fun. Ashley said it during her interview. We get to have fun every week here, every single night. Well, relative fun, but it's awesome to have these ladies that are in our lives and are so important to fill our shoes for the week and be the stars of the show, on the race on Tuesday, the podcast on Thursday. Just overall great racing, a lot of fun, and thank you to y'all. Adam being here for our race control, Robert for running the background, even though some of his stuff got messed up there during that incident. But you as well, Richard and Carl, couldn't do it without everyone being a part of it. And a big shout out to Shelby for matching Ronnie's win total. So her and Ronnie have some fighting to do over who's the better driver.
I'm going to say some celebrating really for both of them as they share a win each here in the BRB Racing League. But that'll do it for us up here in the booth here in the BRB Racing League, a Powder Puff race here tonight. Tune in Thursday in the Holler Podcast YouTube channel to watch the Powder Puff takeover for the Holler Podcast, where the ladies will take over from me, Steven, and Carl, your typical showmen there. But they're going to take it over, have fun there also that night, talk about how this night went and what they've been up to as well. So huge shout out to a lot of our sponsors also, the Butt Kicker, of course, Ideal Lease, Ascendance Trucks, Maddox Graphics, Advanced GG, Performance Food Groups. Off the top of my head, I think that's all I can remember. Steven, you got it? Any more off the top of your head?
No, you've covered basically
Rev Sim Shop.
I'm pretty sure. Yep, there you go. But yeah,
so,
you said it all.
Thanks to all the sponsors again. Thanks to all the BRB racers. And again, thank you to all the ladies that showed up tonight, whether it was your wife, girlfriend, your mother, your mother-in-law, anyone that was able to share this experience of sim racing that you do on Tuesday night with them. Let them be able to enjoy this, have their moment in the car. Thank you all for showing up tonight. We hope you all show up again for season 5 when we do the 4th Powder Puff race. But until then, tune into the podcast on Thursday, see what the girls are going to talk about there. But that'll do it for us tonight. Y'all have a good night, and thanks again for tuning in. See you next week.